What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back again. Back again, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that comment for me, homie. Do that for your big partner, man. But anyway, moving along, man. I got two words for you. Now, y'all know a lot of times, man, I'll go off on my tangents and I talk about I might get political, I might get religious, I might get gangstified, I might just do a PSA public service announcement. You never know. I might talk about some aliens. I might, a lot of stuff. But I might talk about helping the youngsters. I go around and around and around and around on a lot of different things. But this one right here is about helping the youngsters again, man. And in the last couple of days, I done bumped out here. I done bumped into several people, and they like, man, I like your show, man. I like what you're talking about, blah 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 blah, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But now the majority of people I holler at, they let me know that I'm reaching the youth, and that's cool. So now this right here is about two words, y'all. This right here is about two words. And the first word is choices. The first word is choices, man. The second word is priority. Choices and priority, man. We all have those. Life is about choices all the way around the table. Yeah. Life is about choices, man. We all have them in our everyday life. When you wake up in the morning, if you're in your right state of mind and you at home and you can do what you want to do, you have a choice to eat breakfast then or later. You have a choice on what you might want to eat for breakfast. You have a choice on if you want to get up or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people might say, well, man, you got a job. You got to get up. You have a choice. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can stay there and get fired. And not come up with a good excuse and get fired. But now, that type of scenario rolls over into the second word, which is priorities. What is a priority in your life? Your choices lead into your priorities, because if you do something, you made a choice to do this, and at that time, what you were doing 9 times out of 10, not 10 times out of 10, but I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10. That is what you made a priority in your life at that time, So anyway, choices and priority. For you youngsters out here, man, when you kicking it with your homies, when you kicking it up and down the street, when you kicking it, just doing what you're doing, kicking it with your lady, kicking it with whoever and whatever you might be kicking it with at that time, you have a choice in what you're doing. Now choices have consequences. A lot of choices gonna have consequences, man. And a lot of people make their choices based off what the consequences gonna be to what they finna get involved with. But still in all, it's a choice. Still in all, you prioritize what you want to do. Now I can ask y'all, do you choose to go to prison? Or do you choose to stay home? Do you choose to stay free? Do you choose to be able to get up when you want to get up, go where you want to go, eat what you want to eat, and do it when you want to do it? Or would you rather choose to go behind the wall, go behind that gate, go behind them bricks and cement, and live in that little 6x8 man cell? You got a choice, man. Now, your choices, like I say, gonna roll over into what's your priority. What's your priority, man? I give you a scenario. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, that was a bumblebee. I'm gonna give you a scenario that a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you youngsters out there in the street, the homies out there in the street, period. You ain't gotta be no youngster. Gonna run into. And that's when you heavily involved with this gang activity. When you're heavily involved with this gang life, You're going to have to make choices, and you're going to have to prioritize what you got going on. See, I messed up bad when I was young. See, I'm able to talk the way I talk now because I've been through that. I've been through it, man. When I tell you I've been through it, you know, me prioritizing, me choosing my set over my relationship with my family. That means I made a choice to put my set first. That means I made my set a priority in my life, a priority over my kids, a priority over my family, my mother, priority over my sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, all that. They weren't a priority to me when I was young, y'all. I'll be the first to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna lie, sugarcoat it, and try to straighten it out. No, I'm gonna give it to you in the raw, homie. I'm gonna call it like a TIE, as a ball, strike, strike. Well, I tell y'all all the time, whether it make me look good or whether it make me look bad, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. And I messed up bad as a youth. Avalon meant the world to me. I told y'all about time when I got out of jail in 1982. I had been gone some years, and I got out. And the first thing I did when I got home was figured out a way to get to the set. My auntie was there, my uncles was there, my cousins, my mother, you know what I'm saying, my sister, a lot of my family was there. What did I do? I made an excuse to go up to Golden Bird Chicken on 51st and Avalon to get something to eat. Me and my cousin went, lo and behold, I sent him back with the chicken. I stayed in the set. Those type of choices right there ruined my relationship with my family, y'all. You know, I believe, you know what I'm saying, my mama, she forgave me and I forgave her for the stuff she did. But I believe she went to her grave with that lump in her heart that her son would rather be in South Park than be at home and talking with her and kicking it with the rest of the family. You know, those are the type of things you gonna run into, man. It's just like, you know, let's say you in prison and you trying to be down with the set. You go. And you trying to be down with the homies, but you in the pen. But now here it is, you got a parole date coming up. I can't see it. You got a parole date coming up. But now here it is, because you down with the homies, you down with what's going on the yard. Now we finna kick it off with the enemigos. We finna get into it with the police. We finna get into it with whoever, whatever we finna get into it with on their yard. And you know this right here is gonna stop you from going home. And you've been gone some years. So now you don't want to fool with this. So now you got a choice to make. Ride with the homies and stay in prison, or punk the game and go home, but punk the game and go home with your whole career, your whole prison stay messed up. Because now you gonna be considered a buster, a mark, a PC, you punked the game, you ran. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of decisions you're gonna have to make as a grown man when you put yourself behind the 8 ball like that. And I had to make them plenty of times, homie. I had to make them over and over and over. The only saving grace for me, when I had to make them type of decisions, I was making them and I wasn't in my right state of mind. So all the extra years I stayed in prison, all the extra time I did in lockup, it didn't really bother me at the time because I wasn't in my right state of mind, y'all. I didn't know that I was taking the fool's path. You know? Yeah. So I tell y'all all the time, man, you got to weigh your options, y'all. Youngsters, y'all got to weigh your options. Let's say you in the car or you got a partner, man, he done got packed out. And now he made it back to y'all and he tell y'all what happened. Now he wanna what the youngsters call it nowadays, slide. And he telling you, cuz, or blood, or whatever word they may use, bro. You know, that's what they say nowadays, bro. You know, let's slide. That's the word they use. Let's spin the block. Now, immediately right then and there, I don't care who you are, unless you unless you one of them super duper loped out homies. When a situation like that arises, you gonna go to thinking. First thing gonna hit your mind when homies is loading them pistols up and y'all getting in the car, y'all finna take that field trip. Some of y'all thinking about it. Some of y'all having second thoughts. Like, man, dang, I don't go to jail, man. I don't really, you're not gonna show it because you don't want your homies to look at you like you a mark. But you gotta make a choice. You gotta make the choice to get in this car and take a chance at spending the rest of your life in prison, or you make a choice to say, hey, y'all, man, hey, count me out this one, man. Y'all count me out this one. Let me out the car. But being ridiculed and clowned from your partners. Then you got to look at, okay, I tell you, choices and priority run hand in hand. Now you got to look at what's a priority in your life. Is what your homies think about you a priority? Or is what your family think about you a priority? Is staying down for the homies a priority? Or staying down for your kids a priority? Getting up and going, putting work in on your enemy a priority? Or getting up, going to work every day so your kids can eat and have a roof over their head a priority? You know what I'm saying? See, priority and choices go together. What is a priority in your life? She gone to the store. But yeah, what is a priority in your life? Hold on. Anyway, so yeah, homie, you lean back and you go back to what is a priority in your life. It's a lot, man. You got a lot of little satellite things around priority and a lot of little satellite things around choices that just float and bob there that can come into play too. You know what I'm saying? But they don't amount to a hill of beans. The main thing is choices and priority. You have a choice, man. You got a choice. I got a homie, I got a homie that always used to say, man, know your people, know your homeboys. You got to know your homeboys, man. You got to know the people that you're around every day, for real. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you hang with this certain group of people every day. You got to know who got good sense and who don't. You feel what I'm saying? Because back in the 80s, man, for a person to hang with me, they had to been a zip zap fool. Because I didn't make good choices. Because I didn't have my priorities in order. And quite frankly, man, I was just a fool. Didn't care nothing about nothing for real. Priorities just messed up, man. It took me all these years. It took me having to spend almost 40 years of my life behind bars for me to realize my choices and my priorities are messed up. Now, you got some people gonna say, but Tune, you still gangbang. And for y'all who would say that, you have to be somebody that's from a different state and don't really understand the dynamics of gangbanging in California, the dynamics of gangbanging in LA. Because I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna say it again. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't gangbang. Do I represent my turf? Yeah, I'm a gang member. I'll always be a gang member. I'm a member of Fire Trey Avalon. But am I out shooting at people? Am I out writing on walls? Am I out trying to run people over and slide, bend the corner, put work in, go on field trips or whatever people want to call it? Am I out fighting my enemies and stuff because they got on a different color? No, I don't do that, homie. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Bible say, when I was a child, I spoke and thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put childish things away. You know? But see, I'm not like some dudes that out one side of their mouth, they advocate not being a part of this, not doing this no more. But then out the other side of their mouth, when they feeling good, when it get good, when the conversation good, They go to talking this gang stuff. They go to promoting it, you know? That's a contradiction. That's what I'm not gonna do. That's why I let y'all know, youngsters, I let y'all know, homie. You ain't got to follow my path. Don't follow my footsteps, homie. My footsteps wasn't right. And even right today, my footsteps ain't all the way right. But I'm a better man now than what I was 30 years ago. For sure. But now, like I tell y'all, man, to keep it 100% real, I know how life is. Man, life ain't peaches and cream. Life ain't going to always go exactly how you want it to go. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you living in South Central LA. That gang thing, man, it's going to suck you in 9 times out of 10. You know, a lot of people got that mentality. Hey, if you hanging, you banging. If you live there, you from there. And when they come through looking, they not finna stop asking you, oh, if you bang or not. No, you over here with these cats, you might as well bang because we gonna get off on you the same way. You know? So with saying that, I'm knowing no matter what people say, if you can get caught up in the street life, you can get caught up in that street life. You know, mothers don't realize they thinking that the kids are really raised at home, and that's not true. You could give your kids all the upbringing you want to give them, all the spankings you want to give them, all the punishments you want to give them. You can give them all that. And they can still turn out to be a gazoo. Now, when I say a gazoo, I'm just talking about a mess up. You know what I'm saying? Gang banging, slanging, pimping, drug dealing, drug selling, or whatever. Whatever they gonna get into. Even though you try to bring them up the best way you can in that household, they can still go the wrong way. So that's why I say, to keep it 100, if you gon' bang, if no matter, if nothing about what I say, or nothing about what your parents say, and nothing about what counselors or people that's in your life that's trying to deter you from going down that gang path, don't register. If they can't get to you, and you decide because your older brother banging, my cousin's banging, all the homies that I grew up with, went to elementary school with, they claiming the set. And so you make a decision to decide, you know what, I'm going to claim the set too. Now, if you going to do it, my thing is, don't be no buster, homie. Don't be no mark. Don't make your set look bad. Don't get into this thing, and then next thing you know, you in the county jail getting beat up. Now they fools calling to the street, talking about, hey man, your homeboy such and such is a straight up coward, man. He in here getting beat up, balled up, rolled up, kicked, screaming, the whole hookup. Don't do that. If you so choose to do that, I'm just telling you, man, be down. Be a rider. But I'm also telling you, be a rider for your family, homie. Be a rider for your people. Be a rider for something positive in your life, other than throwing it all away for a street that really don't even belong to you. You know? Like I say, man, I'm fire Trey Avalon till the wheels fall off. But don't get it twisted. I am not delusional. I know for a fact, man, if them white folks decide that they want to pull up one day with bulldozers, they can erase every house on 53rd Street. They can erase 53rd Street all the way together. If they don't even want LA to have a 53rd Street no more, they can tear the sign down, block it off, and turn it into a whole landfill. And it ain't nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? We jump up every day. Well, not me no more, but you know, homies, and whatever perspective set they might be from, they jump up every day, some of them, to go shoot at these dudes that come down their street and diss they turf. Go shoot at these dudes that don't like them because of the street that they from. But now if them white folks come and tear that whole street down, man, we ain't finna do nothing. Ain't finna be a rock throw. There ain't finna be no rice throwed. Ain't finna be nothing but us on the phone talking about, man, these fools over here, they bulldozing the turf. It's a whole lot of sets in LA that ain't around no more because they done came through with them bulldozers and turned it into freeways, turned it into underpasses, overpasses, turned it into parking lots or whatever they did. And what was done about it? Nothing. Nothing. So yeah, we giving our all in all to an area, to a street that, like I say, at any given time, them white folks take that street, man, and that just be it. So yeah, man. Man. Priorities. I go back to what's a priority in your life. It tripped me out. I seen a saying on Facebook years and years ago. And it was a saying that said, you got these dudes out here in the streets nowadays, they'll get up and go pull a stunt and go spend 25 years in prison for their homeboys, but they won't get up and go work a 9-to-5 job for their kids. They'd take chances at going to prison for 25 years for their homeboy, but won't get up and work a 9-to-5 job for their kids. Hey, man, where in the F are your priorities at? I guarantee you, youngsters, when y'all out there, man, and y'all finna do something, if you listen to me, when you get up and y'all finna do something, man, if you can remember what I'm saying to you right now, choices, priority. Figure out what's a priority in your life. What is a priority? Not just at that time, but long range. And once you realize, boom, what's a priority, then you make a choice. Okay, this right here is a priority in my life. Now you make a choice on what you gonna do. Okay, it's time to go. It's time to get out. It's time to go do what we gotta do. What's a priority? Putting in work for the turf? Putting in work for the homie? Or making sure your kids got a roof over their head, making sure your kids got a father that's gonna be around for the next 25 years so they can grow up with him. So you can see your kids grow up, so you can see your kids go to the prom. You can see your kids and your grandkids take their first step. What's the priority, man? So I guarantee, man, at that snap second, when it's time to go do something, whether it's time to go rob a bank, rob a store, go put work in, go do whatever you finna do. Go to this party that you know your enemy's gonna be at, but you're going anyway because your homies is going. Right then and there, man, you figure out what's your priority, and then you figure out what choice you're gonna make. Now, if your priority is them, then you already know what your choice gonna be. You're gonna choose to ride out. But if your priority is something better, something different, then you make the choice on what you're gonna do. You make the choice on if you're gonna get in that car. You make the choice if you're gonna get on that bus. You make the choice if you're gonna ride with 5, 6 of them where y'all going to do what they gonna do. Choices, man. Priority. Some of y'all gonna get it and understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all not gonna get it and ain't gonna understand what I'm saying. But it's all good. It's all good. Hey, man. At the end of the day, man, tell the people you love them. Tell the people you love them, man. And for the homie that I met at the casino today, up there at Diamond Gems, Avenue A, the light-skinned homie that was sitting next to me, man, shout out, man. Tell your brother I said shout out to him too. Chris, I can't remember your name, but shout out to you, homie. Anyway, in the meantime, between time, homie, I'm Cartoon 53, homie. And I represent the gangsters. I'm out. Peace.
When I pop, then you pop. Don't nobody drop, you better pay into the block. Then fuck the cops, you better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50, she's with it, how you hit me? A gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Heads up into my days up, say